The humility of the wise. How should I choose to live? Humbly or boastfully? Living humbly with God is what Christian philosophy is. Jesus stood humble throughout his life. He was born in a very modest manger, but also his life was ended in a very embarrassing and harassing questioning in the courtyard of the high priest and before Pilate. Considering who we are, how foolish it is to think of ourselves anything but being humble.
Humility is a virtue in the Bible, yes, but how about society? Isn't it all about self-esteem? If I don't battle my own ground, if I don't show who I am and what I can do, who else will? I have to display power to succeed. In the survivors of the fittest, there is no place for humility.
Okay, let's think for a moment. Who is humble? How do I act with humility? Understanding, which means acknowledgement and a realization of my own ignorance, is what actually humbles down my spirit. Self-critical self-evaluation is what brings me down to earth, as we say. But who likes to be self-critical? Who likes to be critical of his own weaknesses? Who do you think you are? Makes you at the end who you are.
Who do you think you are? How we see ourselves is very important for our well-being and our health in all levels. Fake self-confidence and boasting are usually cover for insecurities. But when we meet God, we realize how small we are, how dependent we are. His power, majesty, mystery, His love and sacrifice, they blow our mind away, and this should humble us.
Yeah. Knowing God humbles me down. And we possess this skill of comparing each other. And this is how we know where we stand. What unusual prayer we have in the lesson. And the author interestingly makes a parallel with Jesus' prayer. Our Father in heaven, give us this day our daily bread, and lead us not into temptation. And it seems like Jesus is praying, give me enough for the day, not more, not less. But sometimes I'm tempted to think that this is a kind of a mediocre attitude in life. It seems like a person is described here who is not willing to shoot for the stars. Or is this actually a philosophy of life of a wise man?
What do we want from life? Our well-being and our health depend on our choices. I think this is why the wise man asks for neither too little nor too much, not to be taken away of this healthy balance. It's not about mediocrity, but about a healthy state of mind.
In this lesson we confront humility with pride, humility versus arrogance. Proverbs talks about blessings versus curses. Our pride and our arrogance is really well tested when our parents grow old. The scales turn, the power is switched, we become the dominant figure in-house. But when our pride is fed constantly, it grows and evolves into self-righteousness. And when I'm there in this state of mind, there is no judge over me. I rule. I say what is right and what is wrong. I'm like God. And I wonder, how would those who depend on me will feel then?
Arrogance. We may develop it when it becomes all about myself. Everyone owes me. My parents are to provide benefit to me. I decide what is right and wrong. I'm my own authority, and if you don't like me, you are in trouble. Everyone else is stupid. I need to be well and satisfied, and I will not stop at anything.
There are 3 things that are too wonderful for me, 4 things that I don't understand. First, the dark matter in the universe with its qualities. Second, the deep sea, that part of the ocean that is perpetually dark, but you will almost certainly see new animals, new species that are new to the science. Thirdly, a man yawning What's the purpose of it? What's the biological explanation? And yet it is so contagious. And fourth, the brain of a man. It's a central commander for our nervous system, and yet we don't feel pain there. When I experience the greatness of the nature and the greatness of the one who created this nature, my spirit sits exactly where it should be.
It's amazing how we can look at the same things and come with so different reactions. There is so much mystery in the nature around us, in the universe outside and inside of us. Still, some will see themselves as the great conquerors, master of science, the almighties, and others will be humbled by the immense knowledge. As we learn, we realize how little we know, how much it's outside of our comprehension, and how much we are loved.
A great man is always willing to be little.